very filtered. It's kind of like a good analogy for life, right? If you put on certain lenses, depending on the lens you have, things look different. My mom says it looks better like this. So happy Aloha Friday, everybody, and welcome. This is the 5th day of our practice, and so nice to see you all joining us. We're going to get started with some centering, so let's find our nice tall grounded seat. Feeling your feet on the ground and just beginning to settle in. Feeling your sitting bones heavy. And then using that foundation to help grow your spine, lengthen. As you breathe, relaxing breaths in and out through your nose if you can. Allowing your chest to slowly open up. You're welcome to close your eyes if you'd like or gaze at the ground, but just beginning to feel your shoulders melt away from your ears and then feeling the crown of your head beginning to lift up. See if you can relax your facial muscles just a little bit more. Relax the jaw. Don't hold anything. All you're feeling is the spine elongating, feeling the foundation of your sitting bones and your feet, and then feel yourself growing taller. Slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Just begin to deepen the breath just a little bit more. And just allow yourself to be here in this moment, letting go of all the other moments. Just be here and allow yourself to tell yourself that there's nowhere else to be and there's nothing that you need to be doing right now except being in this moment. And allowing yourself to continue with your deep breaths, I'm just going to go ahead and share a quote from Aunty Pilahi Paki, who was a native Hawaiian poet. Put on my glasses over my heart glasses. Native Hawaiian poet, philosopher, linguist, songwriter, author, and one of the holders of Hawaii's secrets. Her quote is, "The world will turn to Hawai'i as they search for peace because Hawai'i has the key, and that key is aloha." I'll read it again. "The world will turn to Hawai'i as they search for peace because Hawai'i has the key, and that key is aloha." So for those of you that have grown up here, or maybe you came from another state or country, and I think we all know, we've all heard aloha. My mom and I both have worked in the tourist industry, and so we would say aloha to everybody, right? And I think even growing up here, I don't really think I understood. I think I thought it meant hello, and I did know that there's a deeper meaning of love and everything, but I took the Foundations of Aloha class, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Education Incubator, but they have a 5-week course, and I'll share that with you all, and you can sign up for it. It's free, and they go over the key tenets of Aloha. So they do a acronym, and this might be a review for some of you who already know, but I just wanted to share this because this is what my mom and I want to share as we travel around the world. So the A in aloha meaning akahai, meaning kindness expressed with feeling of tenderness. L for lokahi, meaning unity expressed with feeling of harmony. O is the olu olu, agreeable expressed with a feeling of pleasantness. H is ha'a, meaning humility expressed with a feeling of modesty. And then the last A is ahonui, expressed, or the meaning of patience expressed with the feeling of perseverance. And that, just wanted to share that there in 1986 that they passed a Aloha Spirit bill. I just found this out like last year. Acknowledging that the Aloha Spirit was the working philosophy of Native Hawaiians and was presented as a gift to the people of Hawaii. So basically, that aloha is a working philosophy of Hawaii. So just allowing yourself to take in that feeling of aloha, since it is Aloha Friday, but it should be Aloha Monday, Aloha Tuesday, Aloha Wednesday, Aloha always, right? So taking that feeling of aloha and feeling it for yourself, giving yourself some of that self-aloha as you work into the centering, and then working, we talked about the why this week, and just working in your why with the feeling of aloha. And how does that feel? Maybe where does that, if you can pinpoint that feeling of self-aloha, feeling of love and unity, where do you feel it in your body? And just noticing where that feels. Maybe you can feel the warmth in your hands or warmth all around your body. Maybe there's a tingling feeling. There's no right or wrong feeling, just noticing it. And then taking in that intention or your why, and then taking a nice big deep breath in to just embody that intention into your body as you take a deep breath in, holding for just a moment, and then as you exhale, releasing all the other stuff, releasing everything that does not align with your intention. And then allowing yourself to come back to this moment. And then we'll move into some stretches. You're welcome to stay seated, or if you feel like standing up, you can stand up too. If you're feeling a little bit sleepy, I recommend standing. But we will stand up a little bit in a little bit. So let's just move into some of our neck stretches. I always think that's such a great way to start, especially in the morning. So elongating the spine, and then exhale, we'll make some nice circles here. So starting to tilt to the right and gently rolling your head, moving your neck around nice and slow. Breathe into any areas of tension. Relax the shoulders and go ahead and make your nice circles. We'll do 3 on each side. And then don't be alarmed if you feel if you hear some crackling noises. I think it's common, as I can kind of hear them in the back of my ears. Go ahead and move in the opposite direction, nice and slow. Keeping that breath flowing. Ooh, and then when you're done, coming back to the center, keeping that chest open, we're going to go ahead and roll into shoulder rolls. So let's lift up the shoulders, up, back, and around. Breathe. I love that you guys all look pink. And then opposite direction, let's go ahead and roll it out. And then we'll shake it all out. And then go ahead and moving the hands and fingers. I realize that a lot of us, I don't know if you guys all use your cell phones, but there's like this position that you put your hand in. You're like, so you have to kind of move it around. Even like if you use a mouse, you're kind of like this. Yeah, we don't want to be frozen in these positions. So I'm going to shake it out. Very nice. We're going to go ahead and stand up if you're able to stand up. And then we're going to go ahead and just open up your, so just make sure your legs are pretty wide, yeah, and ground down with your feet. And we're going to go ahead and just lift the right hip up. Yeah, towards the right, yeah. Leg straight, yeah. If you can, leg straight, yeah. So open up nice and wide so your legs are straight and you're lifting your right hip up, and you should feel a really good stretch in the inside portion of your left thigh. This is very similar to triangle pose. So if you wanted to do triangle pose, then you would just point your left toes out, and then you would just slowly drag your hand down. You keep moving your hip all the way over to the right and then bringing it down. If this is too much for you, just do what you're able to, or you can even put your hand on a chair here. So that's an option. Keep the core in, keep your chest open, and then slowly you can glance up towards the ceiling. And if it feels comfortable, let's go ahead and raise that right hand up. I feel that good. Slowly bring the hand down, and then we'll come up slowly. And then bring your feet forward, and then we'll go ahead and move it to the, left now. Yes, this way. Opposite direction. So left hip, left hip. That way, So then again, if you want to, you can point your right toes away and then slowly drag your hand down if you want to get even more of a stretch. So listen to your body, keep the chest open, keep your core tight, your belly button inward gently. And if it feels okay for you, then raise that left hand up. Nice little stretches here in the morning, especially in the hip area, in the inner thighs too. Slowly bring the hand down, we'll come up, and then we'll bring ourselves back to center. We're gonna bring our feet back a little bit. And it's Aloha Friday, so we're gonna do hip circles. So it's gonna look like a little bit of hula. So just roll the hips in one direction. Keep breathing. So we really begin to lose a lot of hip mobility. 3 rounds in one direction, and then we'll move it in the opposite direction. So we want to keep it moving. Just keep it flowing. It's like stirring the pot. Oh, nice. All right, so we can go ahead and just shake it out. Another really great motion that we can do is keeping our hands on our hips and then feet about hip width distance apart, and then tuck your belly in, keep your gaze forward, and then slowly bend forward. So you can bend your knees here a little bit, but the idea is that we want to get a little bit of stretch in your hamstrings, another tight area for many people. So make sure your feet are grounded, tucking your core in to protect the lower back, keep your chest open. Kind of like deadlifts. If you do some workouts, you would deadlift this, but we're just using our body weight right now. So breathe and bend forward. Very nice. And then we'll come back here and we'll bring our feet closer together, bend the knees, put your hands on your knees, and then we'll make some nice circles with our knees. So we're just getting some movements in the joints. We'll do like 3 circles in one direction and then move it in the opposite direction. And mobility, so important. And this will also help you with your balance too. Slowly coming back to the center. And we'll just go ahead and just make some circles with our ankles. So just nice circles here. Opposite direction and opposite foot. No right or wrong, just trying to get some movement going on. You can even open and close your foot. If you want to try out your balance, you can extend your leg or lift your leg up and do the stretching here like this, pointing and flexing. Doesn't have to come up that high. You can just keep it down nice and low too. And then we'll do the other side. Up and down, opening and closing the toes, just getting some movement. Breathe, don't forget to breathe. And then we're going to do one that's called the pyramid. So we'll bring our hands to the heart and to the hips. We'll bring our right foot forward. And then the back foot is about a 45-degree angle. And we're going to slowly slide down. Keep your hands on the hips and just bring your chest down. Keep your hips moving away from you. And then you should feel a really good stretch in your right glute here. So ground both feet. You can bend that front knee a little bit, but try to keep it straight. You don't have to come down very far. Breathe. Try to relax your facial muscles. And then slowly come back up. And then this time we're going to bend forward, and we're going to bend that back knee. So bend that left knee and then pick up the right toes. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I'll push this down a little bit so you can see. So we're just going to pick up the toes. Yeah. So come down. So this one, you would kick your right hip back, lift the right toes up towards you, and then your chest is down. Your chest is coming down. Yeah. Keep your gaze forward. Yeah. Should feel good stretch there in your hip. And then we'll slowly come back up. We'll bring that right foot back. Now left foot forward, right foot about a 45-degree angle, and then hold that core in and slowly moving your left hip back. Let's stretch it out. So move your hips away from you. Main thing is that you're feeling the stretch here in your left glute. Breathe into it. Breathe into that tension, and then slowly come up. We're going to bend that right knee and then flex that left foot. And then slowly move your hips away from you. And then we'll go ahead and do a little stretch here. Breathe. Yeah, use your chair for balance. And then stay right in front of your chair if you need that to help you with your balance. Perfect. Slowly we'll come back up. Ooh, and we'll shake it all out. So we did a little bit of balancing practice, which is great. Moved our body. Our heart rate might be a little bit higher. We'll come back to our seat. Just a little bit of movement. Lift that up a little bit. And just go ahead and settle in again. Nice tall grounded seat. Feeling the lengthening of your spine, and then if you'd like, closing your eyes and just noticing how your body feels. There's a little bit of fluttering in the heart, maybe. I love that feeling of feeling alive. It's a nice feeling. We're going to be moving into a breathing exercise, the alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodhana. So we're going to bring our right fist in front of our face. We're going to extend the thumb and extend the pinky finger and the ring finger. So it's kind of like a shaka, except your ring finger's up. And then if this is really uncomfortable for you, you can use your index finger and your nose. But basically, you're going to put this right in front of your nose. Or maybe we'll have to take our sunglasses off here. And then we're just going to put our right thumb next to the right nostril, ring finger, pinky finger next to the left nostril. And then these two extra fingers, a piece of brows, or you can tuck it under by your nose. So do whatever is most comfortable for you. And then that left hand is just relaxing on your lap. Try to keep your chest nice and open and gently allow your eyes to close. And then exhale out completely. And then the next inhale, we'll close the right nostril, inhale through the left, nice and slow. We'll close the left and open up the right and exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right and open up the left and exhale out the left. So that's one round. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling through the left. Closing the left, exhaling out the right. Inhaling through the right. Closing the right and exhaling out the left. So continue on your own. Use your own breathing rhythm. Just try to just be as slow as you can. Again, the breathing practices are always going to be your practice. Well, this whole thing is actually your practice, but really listen to yourself and see how much you can maybe challenge yourself to take another sip of air. But again, you don't want that feeling of anxiety or having to hold the breath or too much effort. So find a good balance. It's a good practice for finding balance in your life in all areas of your life. So if you can start with your breath, then it can move to other parts of your life as well, because that is what it's all about, right? Is finding this beautiful balance and feeling good. We're just going to do 1 more minute of this breathing practice. Stick with it if you can. If it's too much for you, or maybe your nose is stuffed, then just go ahead and release your hands and just do a regular breathing practice. Again, you don't have to force yourself to do anything that is overly uncomfortable. I always say a little bit of discomfort is good. It's good for growth, but you don't have to push yourself too hard. We're so used to that. We're so used to pushing ourselves a little too hard. This Nadi Shodhana really helps you to balance and equalize both hemispheres of your brain and also your nervous system. So you should notice after practicing, and maybe the first time you do it, it's not that comfortable. But the more you practice this, the more you will trigger your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest state. This is my breathing practice of choice. I do this every morning when I wake up. And go ahead and exhale. When you're exhaling out your left nostril completely, you can go ahead and release your hands and just bring yourself back to your breath again. So just noticing the feeling of breathing through both nostrils. Might be feeling of a little bit more freedom of breath, which is beautiful. And we'll just move right into our meditation practice. I'm going to be sharing a metta meditation, which is a loving kindness meditation. It is an ancient Buddhist practice that helps to cultivate goodwill and universal friendliness towards oneself and others. So very similar to Aloha. So in this practice, we're going to start with the self. So think about yourself. Think about sending that aloha to yourself. Again, what does that feel like? Do you feel a little warm sensation around your body? Maybe the tingling around your hands. Just bring yourself into the feeling of aloha for yourself. And then just allow yourself to repeat after me. May I be peaceful. And just silently repeat it to yourself. May I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I be well. May I be well. May I be well. And then think of somebody that is very dear to your heart, your favorite person, somebody you love very much. And just see their face and then feel what it feels like to think about them. Maybe you feel extra warmth, extra love. And repeat after me. May you be peaceful. May you be peaceful. May you be peaceful. May you feel safe. May you feel safe. May you feel safe. May you be well. May you be well. May you be well. Allow yourself to now think about somebody that you don't know very well. Maybe it's the person that works at Starbucks, your mailman, it's an acquaintance, you don't really know them well. I want you to think about them and repeat after me. May you be peaceful. May you be peaceful. May you be peaceful. May you feel safe. May you feel safe. May you feel safe. May you be well. May you be well. May you be well. Now allowing yourself to think about somebody that maybe you don't always agree with, maybe somebody that kind of brings sort of anxious or not so happy feelings. I want you to think about them and repeat after me. May you be peaceful. May you be peaceful. May you be peaceful. May you feel safe. May you feel safe. May you feel safe. May you be well. You be well. May you be well. Now allowing yourself to send this out to all beings. Think about even just your neighborhood, and then now the state, and then the country, and then worldwide. All beings everywhere. Sending out these well wishes, repeating after me. May we be peaceful. May we be peaceful. May we be peaceful. May we all feel safe. May we all feel safe. May we all feel safe. May we all be well. May we all be well. May we all be well. Just allowing yourself to just take a moment, noticing how you feel. Bringing awareness to yourself, your breath. Filling yourself up with gratitude for yourself, for others, for waking up this morning and breathing and being able to pause for a little while. My hope is that you take this pause of awareness and keep practicing throughout the day, throughout the weekend. Share with others how you're feeling, if you feel anything. Express yourself. Be kind. Thank you so much for joining this morning and for your beautiful practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Arigato.